A group of women called Women of the Wall are hoping to change traditions at Judaism's holiest site, the Kotel, which is otherwise known as the Wailing Wall, or the Western Wall of the Holy Temple of Jerusalem. But Israel's ultra-orthodox are opposed to their demands, and in the latest, some have now clashed with police during Women of the Wall services. Our correspondent Jodie Cohen brings you this exclusive ground report. Take a look.
I'm just inside the old city of Jerusalem, which contains the holiest site for Jewish people, the Kotel. Now, to really understand what's going on, we need to take a step back in history. The Holy Temple was built over 2,000 years ago, but was destroyed by the Romans. Since then, the Al-Aqsa Mosque has been built where the temple once stood, and the only remaining wall of the temple is where Jews have prayed ever since. In fact, Jewish prayer includes almost 700 references to praying in Jerusalem, which in practice today means at the site where I'm headed to now. Traditionally, Jews have always prayed with men and women separately. That is, until the 19th century, when the Reform movement was founded in Germany. Since then, other strands of Judaism have developed, such as the liberal and progressive movements, and they have largely taken off in the US and to a lesser extent in Europe. In Israel, the majority of people remain either ultra-orthodox, orthodox, or traditional. Now, a group called Women of the Wall would like the right to do things that have traditionally been done by men in Judaism, such as wearing traditional prayer shawls and reading out loud from the Torah or Holy Bible. Synagogues belonging to the more liberal sects of Judaism around the world, including in Israel, permit this, but Women of the Wall would like to have this right at the Kotel. As a compromise, the Israeli government opened a plaza to the side of the main Kotel section, which gives women these opportunities and also allows men and women to pray together. However, Women of the Wall would like to have these opportunities in the main Kotel section. The government under former Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu again reached a compromise to extend the egalitarian area of the Kotel, but this has never been carried out. Now, in the latest, scuffles have broken out between Orthodox protesters and the police during a Women of the Wall prayer service at the main Kotel prayer space. Hundreds of protesters gathered to demonstrate against the change to tradition. I spoke with Rabbanit Etta Ben David, who is an Orthodox female women's leader, to understand more about the feelings on both sides.
I bless that the other side here, coming from the Orthodox, ultra-Orthodox side, would be able to recognize that, and it's not only ultra-Orthodox or Orthodox people, it's people who are also familiar and want to hold on to the tradition, whatever denomination they are, but would also recognize that the Women of the Wall are coming with a deep desire to connect to God in the way that they know how, in the way that gives them that sense of connection, through Torah, through song, through prayer, especially on a month, on a service of the Rosh Chodesh, at the beginning of every month.
The issue has drawn political attention, with former Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu sharing a tweet by leader of the religious Shas party, Aryeh Deri, calling for people to protest to protect the sanctity of the Western Wall. Gilad Kariv, a lawmaker who is also a Reform rabbi, had plans to bring a Torah scroll for the women's group to use. However, President Herzog stepped in, suggesting that the possibility of an elected official brawling at the remains of Judaism's holiest place must be avoided. Kariv and Deri and other ultra-Orthodox lawmakers agreed not to attend the service to avoid such a desecration. It will now be for the political leaders to sit with the religious leaders and continue to find potential solutions to this issue. This is Jodie Cohen from Jerusalem for WION World is One.
WION World is One is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.